Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel, where the darkest secrets of Port Charles never stay buried for long. As the leaves turn and November sweeps approach, a shocking reversal of fate could change everything for Michael, Sonny, and the empire they've fought so hard to protect. What began as a desperate attempt for Michael to clear his name could soon become a nightmare that ensnares his father, the man known for surviving every storm, until now. In this explosive turn of events, the tables are set, the evidence is shifting, and one wrong move could send the Corinthos legacy crashing down forever. For weeks, Michael has been clinging to a fragile sense of control, believing that with the right timing and carefully placed evidence, he could prove his innocence once and for all. The investigation into Drew's mysterious death has been closing in, but Michael, ever the strategist, thought he could outsmart the system and walk away untouched. Yet, the deeper he digs, the more dangerous the path becomes. Instead of exposing the truth, his every move seems to lead investigators straight to his own family's doorstep, and this time, Sonny may be the one paying the price. Port Charles's notorious, Teflon boss, long immune to consequence, might finally find himself out of luck. The whispers in the corridors of the PCPD grow louder each day. Sonny Corinthos isn't just a suspect, he's the prime suspect. As the evidence begins to twist, the illusion of safety surrounding Sonny collapses. His penthouse, once a fortress, has already been targeted by unseen enemies. The explosion that tore through its marble walls was more than a warning, it was a message. Sidwell, the shadowy manipulator working behind the scenes, knows exactly how to dismantle a man like Sonny. He doesn't need to pull the trigger himself, all he needs is the right setup, the right narrative, and the right witnesses. And now, his son Marco is the perfect pawn. What began as grief over his mother Natalia's death has transformed into an obsession with revenge. Drunk, enraged, and high on both emotion and chemicals, Marco has become a loose cannon, one that Sidwell can aim directly at Sonny without ever getting his own hands dirty. Natalia's death remains the haunting centerpiece of Marco's vendetta. Once a glamorous figure with ties to Sonny's inner circle, she spiraled after their affair ended in heartbreak and betrayal. Her death, a tragic cocktail of alcohol, pills, and despair, left Marco shattered, but it also planted a seed of hatred that Sidwell would later nurture for his own gain. The old man, ever the opportunist, knows how to turn pain into leverage. By convincing Marco that Sonny was responsible for Natalia's downfall, he's ensured that his son's rage becomes the perfect smokescreen for his own schemes. When Marco lashes out, Sonny takes the blame. And in a city like Port Charles, perception is often more powerful than truth. But Sidwell's manipulation doesn't end there. His ambitions stretch far beyond vengeance, they extend to control. The docks, Sonny's empire, the lifeblood of his entire operation, Sidwell has always wanted them. Once Sonny is imprisoned, that network becomes vulnerable, ripe for takeover. The whispered deals in back alleys, the smuggling routes disguised as charity shipments, the secret offshore accounts, all would fall neatly into Sidwell's hands. He's not a man of brute force, he's a chess player. And in this game, he's sacrificed pawns, bishops, and knights just to corner the king. Michael's attempts to protect his father only make things worse. By rushing to prove his alibi, he draws attention to inconsistencies that investigators can't ignore. Surveillance footage goes missing, phone records appear tampered with, and suddenly, the narrative shifts. What if Sonny orchestrated Drew's death to cover up his own crimes? What if the man who once protected his city is now the city's greatest threat? The press seizes on the story, and soon the courthouse is flooded with speculation. The district attorney's office, under pressure to deliver results, sees an opportunity, one that could finally bring down the Corinthos dynasty once and for all. Meanwhile, Sidwell's private conversations with Marco grow darker. The father, calm and calculating, assures his son that Sonny will soon disappear from their lives forever. To Marco, it sounds like justice. To Sidwell, it's strategy. He knows that if Sonny is convicted of murder and attempted murder, crimes that include a federal offense for targeting a sitting congressman, it will guarantee a life sentence. No parole, no deals, no coming back. Pentonville would become Sonny's new empire, one ruled by silence, concrete, and regret. And while the world watches Port Charles implode, Sidwell will step in to fill the vacuum of power left behind. But even the most perfect plans have cracks. Sidwell's confidence may blind him to the unpredictability of those around him. Marco's addiction and emotional instability make him unreliable. Michael's guilt and desperation could drive him to uncover truths that no one is ready to face. And Sonny, wounded, cornered, yet far from defeated, has survived worse. He's been shot, betrayed, left for dead, and buried under the weight of his own sins, but he's always found a way to rise again. Whether by instinct, luck, or sheer willpower, Sonny's survival has always defied logic. But this time, logic might not save him. Evidence doesn't bend to charisma, and prosecutors don't fear the man they used to idolize. The mystery surrounding Judge Haran's death adds another layer of danger. Few realize that Sidwell has ties to the judge, and even fewer know that Haran's assassination was more than an act of revenge, it was a cover-up. The judge had begun investigating a money laundering ring connected to the Corinthos docks, and the trail was leading uncomfortably close to Sidwell's legitimate business front. Eliminating Haran not only erased a threat but also created an opportunity, framing Sonny for the crime. The ballistic reports, conveniently leaked, suggest that the same weapon used in Drew's shooting was linked to the judge's murder. A coincidence too perfect to ignore. As November sweeps begins, the storm over Port Charles reaches its breaking point. Families fracture under suspicion. Carly stands by helplessly as her son and the man she once loved are dragged through the mud. Jason, caught between loyalty and legality, searches for proof to clear Sonny's name while fearing that Michael might have made things worse than anyone realizes. And Ava, ever the opportunist, watches the chaos unfold, wondering which side to bet on, justice or survival. Every alliance built over years of deceit begins to crumble, and beneath it all, Sidwell watches from the shadows, quietly orchestrating his masterpiece. Yet, as every GH fan knows, no villain's victory lasts forever. Secrets have a way of surfacing in Port Charles, and guilt has a way of rotting even the coldest hearts. Marco's growing instability might be Sidwell's undoing. Haunted by his mother's voice, he could easily turn on his father, revealing the truth behind the penthouse explosion, the false evidence, and the twisted lies that built their revenge. And when that truth comes to light, the balance of power could shift once again, this time in Sonny's favor. In the end, one question will define November sweeps: who is truly guilty? Is it the grieving son, the manipulative father, the loyal son trying to save his family, or the mob boss who has outlived every enemy? Port Charles has always been a city where morality bends to survival, and this story is no exception. As Sonny faces his darkest hour, the lines between justice and revenge blur beyond recognition. Every betrayal cuts deeper, every revelation burns hotter, and every truth uncovered demands another lie to survive. So when the cell doors of Pentonville slam shut and Sonny's name echoes through the courtroom, remember this: in General Hospital, nothing is ever what it seems. The guilty walk free, the innocent pay the price, and the cycle begins again. November sweeps isn't just a season, it's a reckoning. And for Sonny Corinthos, that reckoning has finally arrived.